Hi, my name's Phil. I like talking about politics, and in this video I like to discuss reports that Elon Musk is scrabbling to save his business interests in Europe. In this particular case, his Starlink deal with Italy. Turns out that threatening to pull services for political reasons isn't actually the best way to win customers, especially high-spending customers who need a reliable service. But first, for daily political commentary, please hit the subscribe button to stay notified. So, to their supporters, Trump and Musk are the ideal people to manage the American economy. They're both billionaire businessmen. Brilliant, ideal, just the sort of people you want running your own country's finances. However, Trump just inherited his money and has an insane number of bankruptcies on his record. A shrewd businessman, he is not. As for Musk, he also inherited the seed money he used to build his fortune, but he did have some genuine skills. He knew how to spot a good investment opportunity and also how to hype the hell out of his business. It's well known that Musk's business interests are overvalued because people looked at what it was promising and said, oh, this is the future. We want to get in on the ground floor. And then more people, they saw the shares rising. Oh, we need to get on this as well. We don't want to get left behind. And he keeps ramping up the ambitions. Oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to go to Mars, we're going to be building the first Mars colonies. And it's like, oh, we've got to get in on this, we've got to buy shares in these companies. His skill, like Trump, is that of the showman. But there is evidence of there's none at all of sound business decision making. It's like, if you look at what they've actually done with their businesses, have they actually produced anything? Not really. It's all hype with them. And this latest case of opposition in Italy to the Starlink deal is a case in point. First, Musk made an enemy of the sort of people who are likely to buy Teslas. And now Tesla share prices are struggling and sales have crashed in multiple major European markets. Helping Trump to win the election is very likely to hit his businesses further as a result of trade wars with Canada and possibly the EU. Although I notice that hasn't happened yet. Trump's been threatening the EU for a while. Where's the tariffs there, Trumpy boy? I mean, I was talking earlier today about how Trump is giving the impression of actually losing the trade war with Canada. Well, if his strong arming of Canada isn't going well, how's he going to manage with the EU? They import significantly more than America's northern neighbour. And they're a proven dab hand with fighting trade wars. Trump has personal experience. But Starlink is another example of how Musk abandons all business sense, but in a completely different way. Tesla is suffering, I suppose, as a result of the CEO personally insulting its target customer and promoting the sort of politics designed to actively repel them. Starlink, little different. This is looking like an unreliable product after Musk threatened to shut off Ukraine's access to Starlink as a solid to Putin. So Musk has publicly said he is happy to turn services off, not for breach of contract on the part of the customer, but for political reasons. Well, given that the government, of which Musk is somehow a part of, is creating a wedge with Europe and a strong alliance with Russia, why on earth would any European country want to have a major communications contract with this emerging axis? Especially as this particular contract is for military communications. That being said, it's still probably going to be signed because Meloni is keen and has a good relationship with Musk. But the Italian president, Sergio Mattarella, not so much. He was already unimpressed with Musk calling for Italian judges to be sacked for just defending the law. And now Musk is trying to ingratiate himself with Mattarella to save his contract. Oh, yeah, he's a decent chap. I'd love to meet him. Meloni insists there's no alternative to Starlink, but if that's not the case, I think they'd be mad to sign the contract. It's just that we still don't know. We still don't know where Trump is here. Does he just happen to be aligned more with Russia than Europe because he's just a fascist? Or is he actively becoming an enemy of Europe? The same uncertainty exists with Musk personally. He has had very close contact with the Kremlin, is quick to both defend Putin as well as attack anyone who opposes him. But the Italian government is essentially a far-right group with much more in common with MAGA than the interests of their own people. The Deputy Prime Minister said it would be strange to choose a French company, which apparently is an alternative, over the American one. Why would it be strange? Why would it be strange to buy your military services from your neighbour who have these same security threats and alliances and will do for the very long time over one which is increasingly transitioning from a stalwart ally to ambivalent at best and maybe an enemy at worst? Apart from anything else, their contract with a French company would be fully covered at both ends by EU law. maybe not so much one with an American. And this is a potential weakness of for Europe to tool up against Russia. There are, they've talked a lot now. It sounds like Europe's really seized of the fact that we've got to defend ourselves, not rely on America. Part of that means we've got to develop our own systems and equipment, and we've got to buy European, right? But there are some powerful political groups in Europe, in lots of European countries, who are pro-Putin. And they will now and then get control of governments, as is currently the case with Italy. We're not immune from this possibility in the UK. France faces a very credible threat in the next few years. America has said it wants out from the European alliance. Musk has himself called for America to pull out of NATO. It makes sense to keep talking about America as being a key trading partner, sharing the same values, even though they're both a bit strained. But America itself has said it does not want to be a defence partner in Europe. Oh, it's happy for us to help them out in parts of the world where they see their own interests, but not in Europe. Europe needs to not only fund European defence properly now, it has to buy European. Not just because that will help boost our own economies and help pay for it, but after everything that's happened in the past few weeks, the idea of having a long-term plan which relies on a key defence service which could be switched off at a crucial moment by Putin puppets is the furthest thing from the national interest of any European country. And if Meloni's government gets her way and eventually agrees this contract, and I suppose it will, it's a strong government, I do hope they don't have to learn the hard way what a risky decision this move would be. But I will say again, the only reason this contract is even up for debate in Italy, despite having this overwhelming support of the majority government, is because Musk is an idiot of a businessman. He has spent a fortune to put someone in charge of America who is a material threat to his business interests abroad. The Democrats would not have been. And far from trying to mitigate the damage, Musk is just pouring petrol on the fires that Trump is more than happy to start. But there we are. Those are my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments below. If you've enjoyed the video, please click the like button and subscribe for further content. If you'd like to support the channel further, you click the join button for memberships. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see you later.